When Paula and I first set up, we literally pounded the phones, every single record label, from the majors to the indies. We were out all the time doing about kind of 4 or 5 meetings a day, Virgin up in kind of like W10 down to Polydor. We had this fantastic old silver photographer's box. You remember those brilliant old boxes, kind of just silver metal boxes full of foam. We just bought one of those, cut the foam out to 12-inch square, shoved all of our records and everything in it, and just basically kind of walked around London.
I love music. Going to gigs is one of the favourite things I can possibly ever do. We used to go off to raves together and stay up all night and talk about music and design and art.
I can't go buy Rough Trade East, because if I do, I'll just spend £100. You know, it's you go in going, oh God.
There's mass music market, and then there's loads of exciting niches going on. Back to the days of punk in a way, you know.
I had worked for what I consider 3 of the graphic greats, Peter Saville, Mark Farrow and Vaughan Oliver. I cut my teeth with those pioneering designers. And it just came to a stage for me where I just guess I wanted to start doing it on my own. I wanted to see how else I could do it, what else I could push. Coincidentally, Paula had actually just kind of like come to the end of the road with a company where she had been working. And she was actually freelancing at the time. So we thought, well, why don't we make a go of it?
You know, we're partners in life and business, but actually when we first set up, it was very much about business, and then, you know, kind of the rest evolved.
Biggest break was really working with Tom Watkins, and Tom had been the manager for Pet Shop Boys, Bros. He called us in and sat Paula and I down. This is like 1991, 92. And he basically laid on the line 5 bands that he was nurturing. He said, I want you to do everything.
Well, the learning stages of form were very much based around the music industry. And I think what that taught us quite early on is that 360-degree thinking. So as soon as we're conceiving an idea or a concept, we're not just thinking about, for example, in the music industry, what it's going to look like in a record sleeve. We're thinking about how it might look huge, projected on the back of a live performance at a huge gig, or what it's going to look like on merchandise.
It was so exciting. We were out all the time. And of course you're picking it up. You're looking at a billboard. You're looking at a poster. You're drinking in the atmosphere. The things I really love doing as a source of inspiration is I've always kept scrapbooks. Scrapbooks of absolutely anything. Take photocopies, Polaroids of shoots. For example, that's All Saints' very first photo shoot that Rankin did all the photography for. There's Natalie Imbruglia's first photo shoot. So I know that that's about 1997, because that's when we shot. Yeah, here you go, 1997. Daft Punk, look at that. Daft Punk Live, London Astoria, 97. It's like a visual diary, because I pretty well put things in as I collect them. Atomic Kitten's first photo shoot. Oh, yeah. When we shot Girls Aloud, What Will the Neighbours Say? We shot the girls, about 4 different setups, all wearing different tops. And this actually made the inside of the album. But even doing this was actually done on the day. So every time we did a shoot, I'd cut this out and stick it on the wall. This has been a real source of inspiration for like either fashion shoots or just shoot plans. And it just kind of like really substantiates what I've already said about just the importance of just never really throwing things away. I think our values then were just to push boundaries, to enjoy the process, and just to try to do our best to excel wherever we can. And I think those basic principles haven't changed. Obviously, the climate has changed out of all proportion, economically, politically, digitally, creatively, however you want to say it, it's changed.
Well, we still do a lot of music now, but whereas maybe 5 or 10 years ago we'd be doing 20 bands a year, music industry, very, very fast turnaround. Now it's more like 1 or 2. So we've kind of taken that thinking and taken that to new areas and new clients, really.
We found it kind of like just doing less and less work in the music industry, and that was okay for us because we were suddenly falling in love with other areas of the market. We've kept ourselves small intentionally. We never wanted to, inverted commas, sell out, if you like, whatever that might mean. We never wanted to take on the projects which we didn't really want to do, which would mean that we'd have to employ more people, we'd have to kind of like really, really push the staff numbers.
We want to be very hands-on with the work we do, and I've seen a lot of people grow and become very removed from the work itself and become very much simply about running a business and not so much about the design and creativity. Both Paul and I really want to be still very hands-on with the kind of design and creative process.